would have assumed that you were probably in probably fourth.
That thunder from that those bangs.
Yes.
You're gonna have to turn the volume up for that to come through.
Oh my
holy cow!
God, it sounds so good.
Oh my gosh!
It literally sounds like thunder. What's going on, family? Man, we are back at Illinois Motors. So yeah, man, we got a real special treat for you guys, man. We really do. Before I show y'all the special treat, man, listen. You guys looking for Grand National, great condition, right here, Illinois Motors. You're looking for big body. Impala is right here. Yeah, man, what you just heard is what we about to get into. Let me get into this intro. Y'all can see what's going on, man. Yeah, it's about to go down. Listen, guys, we are back at Illinois Motors. Man, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and lock in, because y'all know how we do, man. We about to bring that heat. My God. This thing is clean.
Of all days to be late, by the way. Personal vendetta against you, because I think the audience needs to understand that when we got this car, I was on you immediately.
Big time.
I told you, look, as soon as this car's available, you need to come in.
You need to come get it.
I really don't believe this will be here by the time you upload this. I think it's going to be gone. We don't have a deposit or anything on it yet, but it hasn't even technically hit the website. I shot this car probably 45 minutes before you arrived.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so this is...
So this video, I'm going to put this video up tomorrow. We're going to make sure it goes up early.
Viper ACR Extreme. Like, I told... you and I have had some conversations about what I think your next car really should be, or what you think your car should be, rather.
Yeah.
And you threw some ideas out there, and I don't disagree with any of them, really. But I always said there's another option, and I said Gen 5 Viper, you have to at least try it, because if it's not an ACR, even the GTS and the SRT10 is a very formidable choice, and it's something that makes sense because it's right in the price range of all the other choices too. Correct. Yeah. So that's just something I thought of, and mainly because I'm super biased by how I've driven these before, and I think they're fantastic. So. Yeah, not much to say other than...
It's got a surfboard on the back of it.
Yeah, it's the Extreme package. This car is relatively lightly optioned, but it's got the two options that you want. You want ACR package and you want the Extreme. This has both of those. So, and if you count the ACR Extreme car cover as an option, it has that.
Then it has an option.
And it has it in the back trunk. So.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
God, this thing is just crazy.
So final year. We got this car, and like I said, I don't think it's going to last at all. I think it's going to be gone faster than it is to drive. So
what comes with the ACR package?
Basically an entire aerodynamic change. So you have those dive planes on the front, you have a splitter change, you have a lot more just aerodynamics to press the car to the road, and then you have an incredible 1776 millimeter wide spoiler. God. So the Extreme package, I believe, is larger in most of those aspects, but this spoiler this is the Extreme spoiler. 1776 millimeters, all carbon fiber. And it's cool if you get one with stripes, they color match the stripe to the pillar.
Got it.
Because we have that white one.
That's right. The white one has that, which gave me great ideas, honestly.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm saying this car isn't going to last is because there's no driver examples of it on the market. None. A lot of people who are buying these cars want one with miles, and a ton of miles, or good enough miles. This one's got 18,000 on it, so it's available and ready to be driven. It's not going to be a showpiece, but this one's ready to go. So
yeah, this is definitely a driver's car.
Yeah.
Good Lord, this thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I saw it yesterday, guys. Just to let you know, I saw it yesterday, and it needed to just be. You say, well, we just need to clean it up, get the detailers on it.
The buffing did wonders. Yeah. We had the whole exterior of the car buffed, and it looks fantastic.
It looks
now.
amazing.
It's like full stealth package, basically.
Golly, man.
Yeah.
Performance numbers. Oh, power numbers.
645 horsepower and 605 torque. I believe that's the numbers, and all courtesy of this.
Beautiful. Oh,
naturally aspirated, huge ass motor. 8.4 liters. So
8.4 liters.
This was the largest displacement production engine in the world before the Gen 5 Viper, and actually I believe before it was the Veyron. The Bugatti Veyron had an 8-liter W16 and the Viper was bigger. So
Gee whiz.
So to get bigger in terms of displacement, you need 16 cylinders versus 10 cylinders, but 8.4 liters. So
my goodness. Yes, it is a big V10, guys, as you can see there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Lots
yeah.
to take in.
Tons to take in. Like incredible. This thing is so beautiful, man.
Just needs to be said, clamshell hoods are awesome. Just hoods that open this way.
Yes. Yeah.
It's real race car stuff.
Yeah. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Yeah. Gee whiz, this thing is so clean.
Yeah.
What else we need to know about this thing before Mig moves? Oh, she is a manual.
They're all manual.
They're all manual.
All of them. Every Viper ever. And
you know, he had this conversation with me already.
And I think that's kind of what makes a Viper so amazing is it's always been a Viper, right?
Yeah.
It's never had to conform or change the engine or change the transmission to increase its sales numbers.
Yeah.
This was considered a sales failure by the time that they killed this car.
Really?
But these are all the rage right now. I mean, they were glued to dealership lots. People couldn't get rid of them.
We discussed that in a previous video.
And there was times where you could get a very low mile, clean, excellently optioned ACR for 130, 120. And it's crazy now to think about it in context how nobody wanted those, and these have basically doubled in value.
Yeah, and it's amazing. They're not making them anymore, and the things that people are actually doing to them.
Oh, dude,
it's amazing.
I mean, partial owner of our dealership has an ACR that's touched by Calvo, and it makes I think 1900 wheel horsepower on its highest setting.
Oh my God.
So, and it's nuts. This one isn't stock either, though. It's got Bellinger headers, and it's got a PCM and a tune.
Nice.
So it's a little bit spicier than a stock Viper.
I'm just floored right now. I think this thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I mean, the numbers are amazing. This car just looks so beefy. It looks so beefy. It looks wide as oh, get out, boy. Oh my God.
And I usually like colors on cars like this, but black, it just looks
very menacing.
Very menacing.
Extremely menacing.
Super sinister, and all ACRs have the 7-vent or 6-vent hood. If you count the middle one, then 7.
Yep.
But some of the other Vipers we've had here don't. If you get like a GTS package on an ACR, it deletes those 6 vents and you get bang, bang, and then just the one in the middle. So as far as the exterior, that's the deal with this one. But like as I was saying, you kind of expect the interior with a car like this with all Vipers to be just kind of Spartan and offensive and unlivable. But I mean, you can tell me, you can be the judge on how they did for the Gen 5, because I don't think it's bad at all. I moved the seat back, so
I'm not gonna get in it until we actually get in and go.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get some more review on the inside. God, I love it. I mean, I think this is very, very nice.
I think it's well appointed. I don't think the interior has really even aged badly at all. And this is technically
Super nice.
It's technically a 2013 interior too.
Really?
Because this is the same interior they used in all Gen 5 from 13 to 17.
All right, guys, look, here's what I say we do. We jump in, pull off. We'll get some more looks from the inside when we're in there, and then see you guys in a second. All right, so wait.
Yeah, so there's only one stop on the door for the driver's side and the passenger side, and it's all the way out. So you swing it here, you feel that little tension, and it stops there. That's the only stop in the entire door.
Really?
Yeah. You know, the R8's got like 10,500.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one. That's it. So, uh-oh.
Now you know.
We got an enemy in here.
PSA coming for the ride. He must have heard about Vipers.
Yeah, so seat controls are on your bottom right, so if you need to move back or whatever. Might be all the way.
I'm all the way back. I'm actually comfortable leg-wise.
It's not too bad, right?
No, not at all. You definitely feel like you're in
this is kind of protruding a little bit in your shoulder, but you'll notice. Oh, hang on. If you roll these down,
it feels like you got a little bit more
and
room.
You pull the old chooch move. This is like perfect. It's like it's designed to be that way. This is like how it's supposed to be cruised.
For real?
Yeah. Solid.
You can reach this seatbelt, but we're in business.
Safety first.
Safety first, guys. Safety first. This is you know what? It's definitely cockpit. There's like no room for activities at all. You got one thing that you're doing when you're in this car. Either you're a very good passenger or you're the driver.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it.
So, unlike other Vipers, these are considerably more sorted. They have a better stability management system and electronic traction control. So these are considerably safer to drive than Vipers of old. So that's what I'm telling you. They made this a better car. It wasn't just a Viper. This is a transformative experience here, folks.
But I love that exhaust is right here.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh.
So I'm gonna go left so we can get a little bit more tire warming
experience.
Am I clear on that side? I can't see.
Yep, you clear.
Anything.
You clear.
It's been exactly like 5 months, 4 months since I've driven a Viper. So
getting back at it.
Yeah, a little bit of an adjustment getting back to it, you know?
Yep, no, I get it.
And I just need to say that these are probably like, and I had this conversation with you yesterday, but
feel like
there are there are very few cars that come close to knocking off the top spot for my favorite car. This has come closer than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I do know about this car, Tim likes this car a lot.
I love this car.
Yeah, so he's got a top two that I know for sure that stands strong in his heart, and yeah, this is definitely in that top two.
Oh yeah, those burbles.
Oh my god, that thing sounds so good. God, it sounds so good. And it turns so flat, it feels like a go-kart. Like this thing just
about this is if you're like a learner Viper or like a learner manual driver,
yeah,
this is a great transmission to learn on, because you know how heel toe and rev match is kind of like key to smooth manual driving.
Yeah.
The revs on this engine fall so slowly, you have a lot of time to kind of punch the throttle to keep the revs up.
That's pretty cool.
Or to change gear, and it smooths out the driving really, really well. Like to where if you have a little bit of manual experience, you could probably get in this car and drive it immediately. And the gears are super long. We just cruised in second all the way to this stoplight. So that's a cool experience.
I can tell you one thing, man. Sitting in this passenger seat, I feel like I sit really high.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm looking.
That seat can be lowered. So
can it?
Yeah. You should be able to drop it lower. Or maybe not, because I remember that side I think could be or is higher than this side.
I can't reach it.
You can't reach it?
Nope. down here somewhere. It's right there, right? Now we're gonna leave it alone. Good. I'm so good right now. Give me a second. All right, guys, we're back at it. To apologize. We paused for the cause, and then I got a phone call. You know, the things that happens. But
we're just cruising through traffic, getting some heat in the car, heating the tires. You know, that's the last thing we want to do with a Viper is cold tires. So
say that again, especially with these tires.
Yeah. These are the factory Kumo, I believe. I don't think they're the factory original tires. These have been changed before.
Yeah.
But
God, do you guys hear this? This sounds absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Might need to get the windows up so you can get your sound a little bit clearer.
So one thing I know about driving experiences with Tim really enjoys that raw, unadulterated, do not water down my driving experience cars.
Well, I think there is such a thing as a little bit too crazy for a street car.
Yep.
I love a blend of like just really aggressive street car, but it's still very street car. Like you can use it all the time, but I love that communication and feedback.
Yep.
And the thing that surprised me so much about the Viper is the amount of feedback and communication you get through everything.
Yeah.
So it's been I was going to say something dumb. A mind-changing or mind-altering experience, to say the least.
I can see that. No, and I get it. So we're not talking about just oh my God, this thing sounds so good. We're not talking about, you know, it's about to go down, guys. Woo! Oh my God, this thing is so quick. Oh my God, she spins up pretty fast.
Yeah, she does, for sure. We were definitely like, we were rolling into it too, so like, there's a lot on the table for sure. We ran out of space there to kind of
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
The car in front of us got big quick, if you understand that expression.
Yeah, so these cars, they rev kind of slow, but it doesn't exactly help that they're geared long, so like, it's one of those cars where like, if you go in knowing that, like, I don't think that's a bad thing because there's so much power that you don't need to row gears 24/7.
Yeah,
like I'm just cruising in third right now.
Yeah.
That's just how the kind of gearing we have. We're at 42 miles an hour. I'm in third. We're just chilling at 2,000 RPM. There's just
literally
so much
2,000 RPM.
So much torque, so much horsepower. It's just nuts. There's just a lot on the table here. And
I would have assumed that you were probably in probably fourth.
That thunder from that those bangs.
Yes.
You're gonna have to turn the volume up for that to come through.
Oh my
holy cow.
God, that sounds so good.
Oh my gosh.
It literally sounds like thunder. Gee whiz, bro.
I hope that's being picked up on there.
Me too, I hope it does.
Dude, that's nuts. That's got to be part of the headers in the tune.
It sounds so good. It sounds absolutely amazing.
Oh my God. That was wild. Did your ears just pop from that elevation?
Yeah.
We were going down a little bit. That was cool. I kind of measure a great car as being one that you can have fun in by doing 50%. So you don't even have to go fast to have fun. And this is one of those cars where I find it really entertaining to just do mostly regular driving.
That's interesting. That's a very good point too.
And
a very good analogy, because I can say the same when it comes to,
as if there is such a thing as regular driving in a Viper ACR, but yeah.
I mean, regular driving, like what we're doing right now, even to others appears to be more than what it actually is. car is just such a presence. Oh my God, this thing took that like it was nothing.
I'm probably gonna get roasted for my shifting there, but
nah, man, you're going through.
There's an adjustment.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God!
I was just gonna keep slowing down.
Because you speed up, they freaking stupid. He rode his brake all the way to the light. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, can't control everybody else.
No, you can't. That's just part of it.
It's the way she goes.
Yep.
So.
And I find that sometimes that some of these drivers, they can just be intimidated by what you in.
Oh yeah.
They think 100%. They're gonna control you by hitting their brakes. So.
Yeah, and like I said, like I'm, you know, never mind. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do a U-turn up there.
Yep. Oh my God, guys! Need y'all to understand this experience is.
Yesterday, this is a car where you don't really listen to the exhaust, you feel it.
You feel it. You said it, man.
Yeah, this is why there's not great exhaust footage of these cars online, is because it's not something that you really hear.
Yeah, it doesn't come out, it doesn't scream out the back, scream out of either side. Another Viper.
Oh, look at that.
What's the chances? What's the chances?
Well,
Gen 5 en route.
This is Illinois Motors territory, son.
Yeah. We did not get a pass for you to be in the community. Oh my God, guys.
Wow. The torque is nuts, right? Like you just...
Like this is a completely different experience from the GT 500. Yeah. Like completely different. She's so planted. She doesn't have wiggle.
Yeah.
So everything that happens when you hit the pedal, you feel. Your face was priceless.
As soon as I saw him kept going, I didn't see him tap the brake lights, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna keep going.
Again, exhaust happens on the outsides of the car.
Yeah.
So you only hear half of what actually could be going on with this thing.
Right.
You feel it on the inside. You hear and feel it on the inside.
For all he knows,
more.
I could just be merging with the speed of traffic.
Completely. Especially with this car.
Unless he pulls up behind me right now and I'm gonna have some explaining to do. So as a passenger, what'd you think?
This is by far the butt meter is on high on this one by far versus any other car that we've been in so far. Yeah, okay. For real. Like,
well, this is definitely the most connected out of the ones. I mean, yes. This is the most analog, raw kind of experience we've had.
Yeah.
So there you go.
This thing is something else.
I'll give you an easy time pulling out.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
So, there's one more question. Are you ready?
How'd you say I was born ready? Y'all give me a second. We are in the cockpit, and I'm gonna tell you, it feels very real. It feels very real.
All right.
Sheesh.
So, any advice that I have for learning this car? This one's set up a little bit differently, so I would say halfway is where the clutch will start to engage. Give it a little more throttle because it's geared really tall, so you kind of need some gas to get it to move a little bit. So,
just feeling these gears out where they are.
Sir.
I keep going to reverse.
You're actually not in reverse. Yeah, all the way over and into the right is reverse.
This is reverse.
Yeah.
So this,
that's fifth, sixth. Yeah.
This second. I mean, that's third, that's first. All right.
Yeah.
Just feeling it, just feeling it. All right. Let's boogie, baby. Let's boogie.
See where it's biting?
Yep.
See, and then you're off. That's it.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's really easy to start moving, honestly. You're good on your right.
Yep. That's another thing. To your point, this sucker, you really don't see what's on your left or right that well.
No. The third quarter blind spots are not great.
Ooh, she feels nice.
Well, I've never seen you drive a stick car, so I just had to ask. Like,
you had that look on your face like, wait, let me just make sure.
I was like, look,
you do know how to drive stick, right?
Yeah, because like before you put someone in a Viper, you're like, hey, do you know how to drive manual? Because you know this is like manual. This is manual. Yeah. This is no play with the experience type manual. Yeah. One thing I did forget to do is get adjust your mirrors. Okay. Well, that's all working. That's good.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a driver example. It's 18,000 miles, so she's ready to party, and she does boogie.
She does. Boogie is an understatement.
Yeah.
Like this thing feels absolutely amazing. I think for me, and I can honestly say, that thunder is absolutely beautiful. Just let you guys know. So as for 99% of my manual driving experience was never in anything as bouncy as this. I had a Nissan pickup that was a manual that was lower, and it was bouncy. It wasn't as firm and planted as this.
Yeah, this is pretty.
So it's a little different, right?
That's the thing for ACR. It's gonna be more firm.
Yeah.
This is way more the track special than the GTS and the SRT. So, it's gonna be firmer.
Yeah, and that's I think the only difference, because that's part of the center. That's part of what you got to pay attention to when you're driving, when you're shifting, and when you're going through the gears. I love the thunder. I love the thunder. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now, bro. So
this car really like juices your masculinity, like, and your testosterone.
Bro. Oh, if you nailed it with that. Like, absolutely. We talk about how masculine the GT500 is.
Oh yeah.
This car right here, cojones all the way to the floor. They're hanging on the floor, bro. Like this car, like absolutely accentuate and just exploits masculinity to the highest degree. You can't feel no other way than just testosterone. You can probably see the fumes of testosterone going out the window. Like, it's crazy in this car.
Yeah.
Love it. Like, this is absolutely bananas to me.
The feel of everything's crazy. Like, you just feel really connected. You know what the back's doing. You can feel through the Yeah.
You do.
You feel a lot, and that's admittedly something I wish there was a little bit more of in the Mustang. But then again, it's
Two different cars.
Different.
Yeah.
I was gonna say potato, but they're technically totally different things.
They're absolutely different. This thing, to your point, when you think about it, like everything that I'm doing in this car right now, I can feel what's going on with this car. I can feel it. Like it's, and there's no doubt. How's the turning radius on this one?
Really good actually. Okay. Impressively good.
Well, we can bust it right here. Steering wheel is a little stiffer. Definitely race car because race car.
But that steering is not as bad as the GT500.
No, not from a turning radius. I'm just thinking about the stiffness. Yeah. The steering on that other one was the radius.
And you know, the GT500 is an adjustable car. This is not. It is just, well, I mean, you can manually adjust everything, but this is a manual car. Not even in the terms of the transmission. You manually adjust your aero. You manually adjust all the parts of this car that you want to be adjusted. There's no steering button,
all that, man.
And you know, there's adjustable suspension options in like the GTS and the SRT, but this is a fixed rate damper, I believe.
Is it?
I think.
I thought I saw it had.
It might be adjustable.
I don't think it's adjustable here. I think, isn't it coilovers under there, isn't it? When you had it up?
but manually adjustable, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Via a button, I don't think so.
No. I don't think. Yeah, manually. That's what I was thinking.
That's kind of the whole deal.
Oh my God.
This is a very. So we got our SRT pages here, so you can have your engine, output horsepower, all your pressures, oil pressures, coolant temperatures, track timers, home page. Yeah, so that's as far as features. That's what you get in the Viper.
This thing is absolutely awesome, guys. Like, absolutely no words.
Just be careful passing.
Yeah, I am.
Third. See, I'm telling you, third can be learning third. The 2-3 shift in this is probably the biggest thing to get used to. Because if you don't have confidence going to third, you'll notice you'll miss it sometimes.
And I did. Well, I just missed it. Wow, under aggressive driving.
Yeah.
Spirited driving.
Exactly. and that was something that took me like a full day to get used to in a Viper we had. But once I got used to it, it was there. But I struggled with it earlier too. Yeah. So if you don't have like consistent seat time in one of these, you might need to readjust.
And I was good under normal driving.
Yeah.
Until we got into some of the spirited driving. It feels like it kind of changes on you when you dude, it's scary. That's the snake bite, man. I got bit by a cobra yesterday, man, and this Viper is lighting me up right now. Oh my God. Yeah,
oh, the thunder, dude. Holy cow. Wow. Just no words, really.
Oh, AB, I'm thinking, bruh.
There's no car that I've seen you drive that's gotten you this giddy before.
None, bro. I mean, I was having fun in the R8, and so I'm gonna tell you why, right? So I'm gonna tell you why. As a kid, I remember sitting. My uncle had a Triumph TR4.
TR6?
I think it was a 4.
Okay, so very early.
He had one, in my driveway. I was like, I don't know, 4th grade. I was a kid in that car playing like I was shifting gears. Yeah. You know, based on sitting in the passenger seat with him and seeing what he was doing, watching how he would talk me through how he was doing his feet and going through all the motions. And so I'm sitting there looking at him doing it. When I'm in that car playing around, I'm practicing that. Yeah. Every driving experience that I had in manual cars, it always brought me back to that little kid sitting in the driveway, busting out gears as stationary, right? And
it brings you back to that place.
This is the emphasis of all of that. Yeah. So I've driven some pretty cool cars that were manual. Corvette, Mustang, Porsche, that were pretty quick in manual. Big trucks, cool. Those are the cooler cars that I've driven. What's the other one? Trans Am, a manual Trans Am. But nothing comes close to this car. Like, this right here is, in my opinion, what all those experiences probably wanted to be, or led up to, or, you know what I mean? It's, oh my God.
The vibe, dude, the sound, I love it.
Jesus, man. Like, so everything that those experiences were, you know, no matter what I was driving, Mustang, whatever, it was always in my head. Now I'm in that car, that race car, that whatever, and I'm going through the gears, and I think the Mustang was a four banger, and I'm going through them little 4 gears like it was everything, right? This is the reality of all those cars that I've ever driven.
So this is the most manual of manuals you've ever manualed.
This car is absolutely manuing. it's manuing to the nth degree, my friend. Like, that fantasy, that dream of what you. Although I know I was in a Mustang, I'm thinking about me being that Mustang being way bigger than it was when I was driving that Mustang, and I can't think bigger than this one. Like this.
Like, if you think of manual supercar, this is it. This is kind of where it's at. I can't think bigger. Yeah.
I do not. This thing is so good. It blows my mind. Like, not only does it feel amazing, that this pedal is just ridiculous. Going through these gears is just mind blowing. But it has a presence.
Oh yeah. You know what's kind of wild? Every car that I've passed, every single one, everyone's looking at this car.
I noticed that you paid. I know you paid attention.
It's nuts. And even in like the GTS, the curb appeal is nuts. So you don't even have to have the full shebang. If you get your kicks by the attention from people on the street, these cars are pretty much. It's very rare to match it. And it would take something extreme, like something that costs $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 to come close to the curb appeal of this one.
Not only the rarity of what you get with this car, you just don't see them every. You know, ACR.
It's rare, and people are putting them away. It's a shame. Like, drive your cars. And this is exactly the kind of thing we love here at, and not to just play salesman here, but like, this is what we love at our store. We love cars with miles. Like, it really kind of broke our heart when we sold that 6-mile ACR, but then our hearts were unbroken when we found out that the customer was immediately going to start driving it.
Yes.
We had a 6-mile car. He paid a good sum of money for it, and he's just like, I'm taking it to Nth Moto, and I'm going to get some, you know, miles on it, and that's all we wanted to hear.
Man.
So this to have 18,000 miles, I mean, salute to the previous owners for driving the car.
Yes.
Like, really. And,
I'm all about the miles. I'm all about miles. I think that it's heartbreaking for me to see them when they sit and they only come out for these very rare appearances. People aren't enjoying them and not doing what they're supposed to do. That car is not supposed to sit in the garage.
No.
This car is not supposed to sit in somebody's driveway or garage on a lift, only with a towel on it. It's supposed to be driven, man.
That's what I love about this one. It's driven. It's got the cool mods done to it. It's got headers or those. Oh my God!
It's got thunder.
It's got thunder. It's got lightning with your right foot. It's
I know.
It's wild.
Thunder and lightning, baby. Oh my.
And sometimes it's very, very frightening.
Yeah. It could definitely be frightening. We could definitely give you that. This little short shift. This thing is so nice. After I passed that guy, he's been always at my doggone 5 o'clock. He's been hanging out for a while.
What, that Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a cop. So
I know it's not a cop. I'm not worried about that, but you're doing that annoying thing, kind of being present. I don't know if they're just trying to see what's gonna happen next.
I'm impressed by your stick driving skills. You're good. good. We said it before, but I was kind of nervous. I'm like, this is a Viper, and I've never seen him drive a stick before. So this, you know, this is kind of like top echelon of intimidation.
Yeah.
For manual.
Yeah. But I tried to explain to him, guys. I've driven, you know, several cars. Of course, there's nothing that I've had around Tim that was a manual. So it's, you know, proof is always in the pudding, right? You can tell people things until you're blue in the face. And unfortunately, this was one of those times. It's like, God, I'm thinking to Tim, it's like, God, I hope this guy doesn't.
There was a few times where I'm looking very nervous in the camera because we're coming up to like a shift, and I'm like, I just need to make sure he hits that shift. And then when you got that third, when you hit third that one time, I was like, all right, we're good. We're good. You got this.
Yeah, man. It's manuals are always fun for me. They're fun. It's the fussiness in traffic that always turns me off from manuals.
This is not that bad though.
No, it isn't. And I think part of it for me is going through the experience of it. I'm thinking about like my past days with a manual. You know, when manual was the only thing that I had to drive, and I'm stuck in traffic and I'm going through that process.
Yeah.
When you get away from not having to worry about that, it's a different driving experience.
Oh yeah.
Man.
But you know what's wild is like, this is one of those cars, like, I have to agree with you, you're not doing a lot of shifting in this car, so it's really never a problem.
No, you're really not. I mean, these gears are so tall, there's so much torque that this car can pick up. Like, I'm in third.
You're in third, and now you're at fourth at 1600 RPM. That's nuts, at 35 miles an hour.
And this thing has no problem with picking up and going where it's supposed. And I can probably stay in this gear the rest of the ride all the way down
yeah,
there.
Literally, yeah, 100%.
It's not gonna sound as cool, but
no, kind of want those bangs and stuff. MPG though, atrocious, horrendous. But you don't buy one of these.
But you don't buy that. You don't buy this for that.
That's just a funny point though.
Yeah.
These are.
Is it single digits?
When I drove one that we had at work, and I had it for a couple events out for the weekend, I got to single digits for sure. It was like 9.8.
They say that manuals are supposed to be better on gas.
Not with an 8.4 liter V10 engine. You know, you got 10 cylinders and 8.4 liters.
I think under those circumstances, you'll have a tendency to push the pedal a little bit more.
And this, I think that the fuel tank in this is like 15 or 16 gallons.
Oh wow!
So not the biggest tank. But an adequate size. You got room on your right. You got a lot more than you think. So just keep it straight and you're good.
Good Lord, why would you be so biased to this side there, fella?
Kia Soul.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the reason why.
It's 100% the reason why. When is it any other reason other than Kia Soul?
Those Jags, they look so cool. They just wish they had more to them.
Oh, the 5-liter supercharger is all it needs.
Yeah.
5-liter supercharged V8, nuts. So, do you kind of understand what I've been about every time that we've driven or talked about Vipers?
Yeah, I absolutely understand exactly what you said and what you mean, especially with this car in particular.
Yeah.
It's an absolute humbling experience.
Yeah. This car humbles you for sure, because it's like you think you got it and then you don't, and then you're like, okay, man, it ego checks you constantly.
Literally for me, it was, you know, getting on. I was already shifting fine, no problem. At one time, I get a little spirited, and I couldn't hit third. Like, what just happened? Like, like let me humble you real quick. Settle down there, fella.
So it's one of those things where it's like, when you get it right though, it is the most satisfying experience. Like, no question.
Yeah. This thing just is.
I would go to first gear. You got quite an incline. Yeah. Good chance you would have stalled out there.
Yeah. If I was in second, it definitely. Well, probably. This thing is so torquey, it may be able to survive it.
So you want to finish it out here?
Oh yeah, let's finish it right here. Hey man, we see y'all back at the shop.
Back at the studio.
Yeah. So guys, honestly, it was a horrible experience. it just, man, it sucked. Man, and I am lying. This thing is, wow, like got me thinking, like for real. You were not, there's nothing about what you described about your experience and what you thought, your thoughts, your description of your experience from, and then absolutely being in a situation to drive and experience myself. There's nothing about what we discussed that you left nothing vacant.
I just tell it like it is, you know. I'm not the type of guy to pretend that I like something. Like, it's just, that is what it is. This is one of those cars that when I got in it, I was really scared because so I should probably tell a story how I first drove a Viper. I actually got invited to a photo shoot by somebody, and I got to drive an ACR briefly, but it was like 32 degrees outside, so I went for second gear, spun right through the gear, and pretty much what happened is way down the line I start working for this company, and I'm supposed to take a baby blue Lamborghini Urus out for the weekend for a couple of car shows. You know, Chi-Town Exotics Car Show.
Yeah. Rex and guys.
So
what up, Rex?
Iron Gate, Rex's show. There was North Suburbs Cars and Coffee. It was going to be a huge event weekend. And the Urus, I knew it would do well because the spec was crazy. It sold. And it took a while to sell, but it finally sold. And it sold the day before I was going to take it.
So now you got to pick another car.
I was like, well, what are we going to do? And then all of a sudden, a green Viper shows up. And I talked to my boss. I'm like, hey, what's this?
I was at that show. That's the one you showed up. Yeah. I was at that show when you showed up there. Yep. I got you in my video pulling up in that car.
That's sick.
I'm going to have to put a link in this video here of you pulling up in that car.
That was
perfect.
That was my first real Viper experience.
2002.
On Friday night, and I was scared. I was trying to learn the car. It was very intimidating at first. I missed third a lot, and you know, didn't like go into first and fuck up anything. But I kept missing. I'm like, God damn it! Like I can't learn this car. God. And then I start to learn how it works a little bit, and how the car responds, and how you're not really in charge.
No, man.
And that is,
you got to hold on for the ride with this one.
This is a tremendously intimidating car if you don't go in knowing that you're not in charge.
Yeah, if you go in respecting it, I agree with you. I absolutely agree.
And it'll give you some feedback, and it'll communicate those things that are not immediately apparent to you. The more that you learn the car and the more that you drive it. And
that's funny. I'm gonna tell you what it reminded me of. If you've ever seen a Western where they went and got this big, huge Mustang from the wild, and they try to tame it and try to figure out how to make this thing work with them, you got to learn it and show that you guys are working together. This how this car is.
Yeah,
it's in charge.
It's very relationship building. It's like taming a wild animal.
It is absolutely in charge. You just got to let this car know that you're working with him.
Yeah. And that's
whiz, that's good.
And when I finally learned that, it became the best, just the best tool for the job of everything. I drove it a lot, and people are like, "Oh, isn't that difficult?" Like by the middle of the second day, I'm like, "No, it's not hard." Once you understand that there's levels to the respect for the car, you understand it better, you gain more confidence, and it will ego check you from time to time.
Yes, it will.
Here's the thing about ego checks in older Vipers. It won't kill you.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
This one is a totally different ball game. It's a great car, and as I've said before, this is one of the only cars that remained unapologetic from birth to death. So, it was always a V10 manual rear-wheel drive extreme sports car and borderline supercar. There's almost nothing else that compares, and historically you could say that the most consistent sports car of all time might be like a 911, but even those have gotten automatic transmissions at points, and they've had to conform to changes, and technically have gotten worse.
And even weirder, I don't know anyone that doesn't put this car in a supercar class.
Yeah, because it's exclusivity, I think, is what drives a supercar.
Very, very exclusive.
This is a very exclusive car because not everybody could get in and drive it. And this is one of those things where I genuinely had to take a step back and go, I never thought I would have a car that would come close to punching my favorite car off the top of the list or coming close.
That's the part right there. That part right there.
And it's unapologetic.
God.
It's totally unapologetic. It's a Dodge Viper. It is the most honest, true version of itself.
I would agree.
And I'm glad, you know, you always want to leave the crowd wanting more.
Yeah.
When it died out in 2017, technically the crowd was satisfied. They were sitting around. But now the crowd is like, man, if these guys would just come back with their hit singles again, their hit albums.
Yeah.
The albums of the Viper, and you know, every generation's like a new album for like your favorite band.
Yeah.
Gen 5 was the ultimate closeout album.
God.
I don't think it could get any better. I genuinely don't. I think aesthetically it's perfect. Powertrain is excellent. Transmission's excellent. Interior is beyond excellent for what it is. It's aging.
No, that interior is very, very nice.
And
very nice.
This car, we're just constantly in a world where things are synthetically providing experiences for us.
Yeah, this doesn't. There's nothing artificial.
About it.
Nothing artificial about your experience in this car. It's everything, and to your point, when I say nothing artificial, it basically reiterates the fact that, or how honest this car is through the driving experience.
This is the most honest supercar of all time.
Gee
in my
whiz.
opinion. Because it never conformed to anybody but itself.
Correct.
It was always itself. And being itself, it was never average.
Oh my God, this is not that. Yeah, this, guys, listen. This car is not average by any stretch of the definition of the meaning of what you can imagine average being. This car takes the driving experience to the next level. It's the closest thing I've ever been in that felt like an actual full-on race car. It's beastly, it's powerful, it's strong, manual.
And it's available. I have to do my salesman pitch.
There you go, get it. No. I was about to. You nailed it. No, that's good. I love it.
So, it's available. If you're interested in it, this is definitely going to be the cheapest ACR in the nation by a considerable margin. I can't talk numbers, but if you're interested, please call us at 1-888-801-4011. I think that's it.
The number's going to be right down on one of these sides, guys.
Well, I can remember our
Absolutely.
Give us a call. This is for drivers. The price is going to be for the drivers. This is going to be for drivers.
Sheesh.
The driver's car for a driver's market.
There you go. Listen, guys. Tim already said it. This thing ain't average, baby. You're interested in getting. I know you're not average, guys, and I know for a fact you're not average because you're on this channel, guys. But I know you're not average. Why, man? Because you were designed from greatness, guys. And because you were designed from greatness, guys, you have the right, the responsibility, and that authority to never be average. So, guys, don't be average. Yeah.